the art of never giving up. Everybody is focusing on the negative stuff of 2020. Don't forget, these companies started during recession. Fortune magazine, Walt Disney Company, Costco, Microsoft and LinkedIn. These days I've been reading a book called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, which talks about how obstacle is an opportunity for us to learn and challenge ourselves. It's important how we perceive the obstacles in our life. Instead of dwelling on the negative stuff of 2020, we can focus on the positive stuff. 2020 has given everybody time to think and know themselves. We can use this time wisely. This also reminds me of a story of Thomas Edison. At age 67, Thomas Edison returned home early one evening from another day at the laboratory. Shortly after dinner, a man came rushing into his house with urgent news. A fire had broken out at Edison's research and production campus a few miles away. Fire engines from 8 nearby towns rushed to the scene, but they could not contain the blaze. Fueled by the strange chemicals in the various buildings, green and yellow flames shot up 6 and 7 stories, threatening to destroy the entire empire Edison had spent his life building. Edison calmly but quickly made his way to the fire, looking for his son. "Go get your mother and all her friends," he told his son with childlike excitement. "They'll never see a fire like this again." "What? Don't worry." Edison calmed him. "It's alright. We've just got rid of a lot of rubbish." That's pretty amazing reaction, but when you think about it, there really was no other response. What should Edison have done? Wept, gotten angry, quit and gone home? What exactly would have he accomplished? You know the answer now, nothing. So he didn't waste time indulging himself. To do great things, we need to be able to endure tragedy and setbacks. We've got to love what we do and all that it entails, good and bad. We have to learn to find joy in every single thing that happens. Within about 3 weeks, the factory was partially back up and running. Within a month, its men were working 2 shifts a day, churning out new products the world had never seen, despite a loss of almost $1 million. Edison would marshal enough energy to make nearly $10 million in revenue that year. He not only suffered a spectacular disaster, but he recovered and replied. This also reminds me of the concept of amor fati, a Stoic concept which means to love one's destiny no matter how hard it gets. Failure gives us an opportunity to become a better version. It teaches you more than success ever could. Okay, so when lockdown started, I was complaining about the fact that I wouldn't be able to work out properly. However, I decided to change my perspective. Instead of focusing on the negative stuff of 2020, I started focusing on the positive stuff. 2020 gave me enough time to work on my cardio. I started running a lot more. I started working out a lot more, giving time to things which I generally wouldn't do. I started reading more books. My entire life, I thought editing would be something which was super tough and I wouldn't be able to do it. However, when I started learning how to edit, I realized it's not that tough. When a man puts obstacles in his own head without even trying. So if you're watching this, my only advice to you would be think progress and not perfection. Don't give up when you encounter failure. Instead, try harder. That's the difference between an ordinary person and the person who's going to make a change in the world. The ability to not give up. Always give it your best shot and then forget about it. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. What is meant to happen will happen. The only thing you can control is how you react to it. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. And yeah, until then, see you next time. Cheers.